guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, I'm sure you can already tell from reading the title and seeing the environment that I'm in right now, we are officially in the Christmas season, which you guys all know is one of my favorite times of the year. So this year for my Christmas tree decorating video, I kind of wanted to do things a little bit differently. Now, if you've been around for a long time, you know that I've done at least 10 Christmas trees. In each one of those videos, I share my tips and tricks and do step-by-step instructions. Today, I thought that maybe it would be a little bit easier and a little bit faster if I condensed it all into sort of a checklist on how to decorate your Christmas tree. Now, step number one when you're decorating your Christmas tree is to, of course, pick a theme. My theme this year, I wanted to go a little bit more on the countryside. If you see my decorating throughout like the off season, you'll know that I do things kind of in a country decor fashion. I love using old things, antiques, and I wanted to go that direction this year for Christmas because, one, I already know how to decorate for that, and two, it's something that I've never really dived into and done around Christmas time. Once you have your theme picked, if you're anything like me and have a hoard of Christmas stuff, it's going to be easy for you to go through and see what you have, what you need to buy. Now, I used a lot of the stuff that I already had. A lot of this ribbon is already used, so I was okay there. I did find this ribbon that was red and it was outlined in like a black stitching. That went well. Now, why do I have black in my Christmas decorating? Well, all of my furniture throughout the whole season is black. We have our checklist done of everything that we need to get. Now we can start decorating. So, step number one is, of course, set up your Christmas tree. Now, I do things a little bit differently. I set up my Christmas tree and I stop. I don't fluff it. I don't add anything to it. I literally leave it just like it is coming out of the storage bin. And why is that? Well, I add twinkle lights to the center of the tree, and I have found that over the years, and I know that you guys have probably heard me say this time and time again, trying to get those lights into the center of the tree while it's all fluffed, you're just like going through a whole forest of all these branches. It just doesn't work. It doesn't go smooth. So, I always put those lights on before I fluff the tree. Step number two is, of course, to fluff your tree. Shape it. Now, I put my branches facing up, so that way if I have any ornaments, they don't fall off of the branches that are hanging down like this. Step number three, I start to build the foundation of the tree. Now, that means adding twigs, branches, if you're going to add any extra lights on the outer parts, of course. This is the time to do that. Now, I like to do it before I even put ribbon on the tree because it is very hard to maneuver around ribbon when you're putting some of these branches into the tree. The next step is to add your ribbon. Now, almost every year that I've done a Christmas tree, I've done ribbon in kind of like a spiral around the tree. Last year I tried something and I did really love it. I started at the top of the tree and I kind of did these waves in the tree. Now, I didn't go they were all even and everything. I kind of just brought it through the tree and then went in different directions. I really loved how that looked, and I did do that this year as well. After you get your ribbons on, everywhere that the ribbon sits on a branch, now it's going to be sitting on a whole bunch of branches, but there are specific places where it sits perfectly. I like to put accent bows in there. The bow on first, and I start to build from that. Those are little focal points, and they also tie in the tree topper. Now, after you get your ribbon all done, now it's time to do your Christmas ornaments, and I always do them by color. I like to sort through all of my storage bins that I have. That way I can set out all of the important ornaments that I want to use. It's kind of hard to keep them in the tub because then you get down to the bottom and you see ornaments that, oh, I wanted to put right there. So I lay them all out. This is also a good time to check and make sure that they have hooks on them. It makes the process go so much easier. I start building my tree by putting the ornaments on the inside of the tree and then working out. Again, we're dealing with that whole fishing through all the branches and everything. It's the same thing with ornaments. However, we're dealing with glass now, so you have to be extra careful. I put some of the, I would call plainer ornaments, like the solid color ornaments on the inside of the tree. And then as I work my way out, I get fancy with them. You may also notice that I have spinning ornaments on the tree. Now, I talked about these every year that I've done a Christmas tree because they're so magical. I get these little ornament spinners from Shinoda Design Center. Also, if you see some of the stuff that's on my tree that you want to get for yourself, check out the link down below. I do have a list of a lot of the stuff that I use on this tree. So how a spinner works is you plug it into a light on your tree. Now, it could be pre-lit or it could be a string of lights that you run on your tree. I should note though, they only work on incandescent lights. They do not work on LED lights yet. However, if you have an LED tree and you want to have spinners, just get a string of incandescent lights, and I've run it through the center of the tree and then just kind of like pulled out lights where I want to put the spinners on the tree. Now, if you're putting ornaments on your spinners, make sure that you do that at the very, very end of decorating, because the hooks on them are not very long and there is a good risk to breaking your ornaments. So spinners go on last. Now what I did, and I do this pretty much every year, is after I decorate my Christmas tree, I just kind of like chill for a second. I look at it for a day, see what I want to add to it, what's missing, do I need to put some ornaments over here, do I need to balance out the colors a little bit, and that's completely fine. Honestly, I think you could look at a tree all month long and still see things that you want to do differently to it. Now in my case, after I got my ornaments on, it was nice, I loved it, but I needed some more focal points to the tree, so I went into my stash of animals that I have. They're not live animals. I have these owls that I put throughout the tree, and that kind of brought in like a woodsy, I want to say country Christmas to this theme, and I just think they look adorable nestled in there. Now they are not wired, so like don't come shake on my tree because they will fall out. And then believe it or not, I actually added some more ribbon. I just took strips of ribbon, probably about this long, twisted them around, stuck them in the tree, and I think they look really nice. So after you get your tree completely decorated and get it exactly where you want it, make sure you vacuum if you have a flock tree, put your tree skirt on, and sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Alright guys, well, this is the first of many Christmas videos that I have for you this season, so I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope you like kind of the condensed version. Now, if you want step-by-step instructions on how I decorate a tree, please feel free to look at any of my past Christmas decorating videos. Actually, in 2020, if you look up Christmas 2020 on my page, I have a kind of mini-series of videos that I made where I went specifically on each category, step-by-step, long videos on how I do each step of my Christmas tree. So I think that those are going to be very helpful for you. Alright, I'll stop talking because I know what you came here for was to look at my Christmas tree. So, on that note, I'm going to say Merry Christmas to you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Christmas is all about. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. That's what Christmas is all about.